I'm going to get in, and if not, I'll try and get in also a little bit with them. Let me say a couple of things in terms of philosophy, which I think will let you guys understand better. Maybe if I stand up the other side, see better. You also are bucket of balls. Okay. The fear of swimming, the being afraid, is not going under. What makes you afraid of the water is going up for the next breath, for your second breath. But if that one is successful, you're still not under asphyxia conditions, and now the fear is going up for the next breath, because when you're stuck up to here, you can't get up to there. Many times you can get up to here and you only smell the water. In my opinion, when you smell the water and the fish runs in your nose and all the time your brain bites you back here, it's like the devil got inside of you and you're never going to convince me to swim again. It hurts that bad. Most of you that do group classes have seen how you've got the whole Red Cross class ready. Okay, guys, all together, show me how you blow bubbles, and they all do it on the surface. And then they go down, and some kid jumps and goes, "Ow!" He just smelled it. Okay. Under 3-year-olds, they have a clear pattern of progression. This over here is Monica with Tony, her dad. Tony works at the swim team with us. Monica is one of these babies that has been in the water since 2. And I can see everybody's eyes looking there, and I don't blame you. It's a lot more important that she can show you than what I'm going to show you. The stages that a person under 3 goes through in coming to water is ignorance. They don't know where you're taking them. Most of them under 3 have had little or no experience at home, unless they have crazy parents, like my kids had crazy parents that put them in the water, under the water since very young. After the ignorance is, so to speak, passed by, and maybe a little splatter on the face, or whatever the problem may have been, comes distrust. They might have gone with you, but when you get them, if they want to, they come. If they don't want to, don't force them. Let mama take them. And this is very important, the child wanting to come and not forcing him because I'm the teacher and he has to swim with me now. Once they distrust, that doesn't mean they're afraid. It depends on how gently or how properly you manage to take them away from mama, or how well mama gives them to you, so that they may or not go through fear. Fear in the water is really just a result of hurt. They got hurt when they went under. They either choked on it, or if they don't get the fear, which is what you hope, they go to trust. Trust is bonding. Bonding is like where it's at. Once they hug and kiss and lick with you, you want to do it all night long. When they trust you, because you are being, I really believe in the unconditional help of the baby. And unconditional help, I mean, they might even be pushing away from my stomach, trying to get back to mom already. I go with them. And then they push away from mom and they want to come back to me or to their daddy. I tell them not to touch. Always touch. There is something in the way that when you touch them as they're under, they get more confident, they last longer. In my feeling opinion, it's like they want to, if they need to come up and they give you a funny movement, you know they know you're going to get it. You know, I don't teach to breathe. I don't knock move there or whatever, hold the chins. Matter of fact, I think a little guy, until they breathe on their own, that they discovered how to, they sort of roll. Maybe they do this, I hope they don't. They should swim near the walls. They should go where they can manage. They should be around the steps where they can push up and get a breath. And if they can't push up to get a breath in, they shouldn't be in the middle of the pool. When they fall, they never fall in the middle. And when they fall, they never fall in the bottom. They fall around the edge and they circle around and waiting for mama to get them. I'm not a very good backflow teacher, more than anything because I can't take the water up the nose. And when you're doing backfloating, at some point, that water curtains over your face. That would hurt me, so I don't know what it does to them, but it probably hurts. So from the trust, they go through this dangerous to yourself state. That's what most of these guys are. However, what we have seen is by allowing them to know what it is to be under, and by allowing them to be on their own for little spaces of time, I don't find these guys running to the pool. Water has this condition about it that it wins to you. It says, come, I want to hold you. And because mom and pop and the uncle sort of took you in and splashed you around and swaddled and everybody had a great time, it seems like when everybody goes to the picnic in the backyard, I'm still going to drift back to the pool and go in. If you've told the child the truth, this is what it is to be under, be careful, don't go by yourself, I don't really see them getting into accidents. I see them a lot when they're 3, that they fall in with their tricycle in the pool. And they come out of the pool and they're crying at mama, but not because they fell, but because their tricycle is in the bottom of the pool. So from dangerous to themselves after they may have an accident. By the way, I recommend every mama to stage the accident. Much better than your child fall in without you while you're watching than when you stop watching. So if you can understand this, when Russell falls in the pool over here because I'm talking, nobody paying attention to him, I'm going to so calmly come over to the baby or to the child and go, uh-oh. Okay, be careful, you can't go by yourself. You got to go with me or with your mama. And they understand, I swear to you, it's just we haven't typed install enough times in all the programs we want them to feed back to us. But they come equipped with 586s and all kinds of round home. I mean, these guys nowadays, they make us look like beginners. After the dangerous to self stage, then comes the respect stage, which is what I'm describing. While we're respecting the water, we cannot say enough times, be careful. But you be careful, you never say, you're going to fall down. Just say, be careful. So when they're not, you can explain to them why it was important to be careful in the first place. After the careful stage comes discovery. And to tell you the truth, all that time, all this 8 minutes that I spent taking up your time, trying to tell you how these guys learn, the truth is they already knew. We don't teach them anything. We got to get out of their way until they discover how to do it. All we're doing is being, if you want to call us their wings, or their barbells, or their floaties, or whatever it is that they need. You know, for a group of little guys to be around the pool, they don't even know you guys are here, and if they know they don't care you're here, they're at the water. They came to have a good time. And it is, I think, very, very important to us, now that this tremendous boom of swimming, learning to swim, babies in the water, everybody's trying to teach the babies. We have brought the school, the learning environment to the water. We, in a sense, have a lot more fun than the kindergarten teacher is teaching these little guys a life skill. When these guys are 3, they walk around the place like they own it. And they know how to move around the pool no matter where they fall in it. Is there any glory in us making them swim and roll to their back and force them while they're I don't think so. I think you assist them unconditionally until they can do it. When do they do it? I don't know. I'm not racing to do it faster than you. I find that no matter what you do, it's going to take 6 months to a year, coming 1 time a week, for that little person to be like this little Monica over here jumping around, like Russell over there. The littlest baby here, Jay, he's only swimming about 3 months. Monica here, she's a year and 2 months, and she swims since she's 2 months. And if you watch her a little bit, she'll walk around for you guys. There's an area here that is fascinating me in terms of how the children learn. And many of us have taught from the front, whether we show them how to take a breath, we go on their faces, or we go under with them, or we let them see us right in the window of our eye as we focus in the window of their eye, and they come to us. under 3, and really especially in the under, I want to say under 7 months, I have a feeling they learn a lot quicker through sound than through sight. Our eyes, as coaches, are educated to see what they direct our vision to look for. They just see. They don't look. I have, you know, so many times you're trying to look at a child and he still don't watch you. You can't get to the window and with their eye connected. We teach a lot more through sight, and we do a lot of what we call Papa Whale and Baby Dolphin. Here comes one of our little guys. We'll throw these in the pool so you guys can see a little bit how they play with them. Like I said to you yesterday, use these to count to 10, to learn the colors in Espanol and English, to count to 10 in Espanol and English, of course, and to do shampoo. Okay. As far as working with them, we probably do the same thing most of you guys do. Count the balls here. You want to play a little bit of the ball? What's going? You want to? Yeah. All right, get the ball. Get the leg. Get the leg. This one. That's just a basic, like the table at the school. Okay? Swim. Swim. Yeah. Run. Move. Run. Move. Yeah. Other hand. Right and left. Throwing motion, coming around, basket. And we play with this here. Once we throw it up the ball, whoa! Once we filled up the balls, they all jumpy, they love that popcorn, play shampoo. Okay, Papa Whale and Baby Dolphin will look something like this. Come on. When I fall on him, he really doesn't feel me falling on him. This little guy, he's a lot younger, they're a lot my favorite. I work with him where they don't see me, only for one real special reason. He can see his favorite face over there, smiling, laughing for him, making him feel so good about himself, and I can just do whatever. The only thing I could do better than his mama is the softness with which I hold him, so he is resting. And you don't get anxious, and over there you see mama smiling at him. And so, learning to swim is just paying attention. Pay attention is what I tell them. If a baby comes to day number 1 lesson, like we have in NSSA guidelines, you shouldn't have the child go underwater more than 3 times. I think Lake Cross says 6. I think one time that they go under and they choke with it,
I've tried that bigger than dolphins. I've not been very successful.
One time that they go
but
under and they
other
come
people
out
can
of
do
there
it.
joking on it, it's too many. Too many. If this was early on in his class, I will take the liberty to try second time. So when he goes under the second time and still chokes, in my head, his going under part of the class is finished, but he could still work with more legs, arms, whatever you want to call it. On the other segment, we'll talk a little bit about the education of the body. If the baby, 1 minute to get out of here. There's a little girl, you can't afford not to watch it because she swims forever.
Let's see that, yeah.
In there, falling off, down, he's gonna fall up. I really want you guys to get a lot of attention. Being in the water, resting. Yes, when we start to compete, you make a move on the water to try to swim on it. We don't really plane. We need to go at 5 meters per second instead of at 2 meters per second to plane. And I find swimming in the water a lot better, sort of where you're pulling up, you know, where you are weightless. We like our bodies to be straight. You swim like you walk, and don't teach them to breathe. They learn on their own. Keep them near the steps where they're safe. Thank you.
Over there. I'm Tom McNamee, my assistant. This is Jason Berman, and this is Patty, affectionately known to us around the pool as Froggy. Jason and Patty are going to get in and demonstrate some of the things that I'm going to talk about. We've worked primarily, well, at least half of our lessons, if not more, are with children 3 years old and younger. We begin at 6 months with mom and pop groups, dad and pop groups. From 12 months on up, we will do individual classes. What we like to do is have a lot of interaction with the children and the parents. We're always, when we're in the water with the kids, we're always talking with them softly, soothingly, rubbing them, getting them to relax. What we'll do is we will meet the parent, introduce ourselves to the parent and the child at our registration office. We will then walk or carry the child over to the teaching area. We will have the parent or parents sit near the registration office in an area such as this, shaded, where they can see the child, but the child cannot really see them easily. Very often the child will see the parent, assuming that this is on the first day. The child would much rather be with their parent than with a stranger doing strange skills in a strange environment. So in order to keep the fussing to a minimum, we have the visual separation. We have found that the closer the parent is, the more the child will fuss. There may be an initial fussing, or as we go along, once the child realizes, oh, that I have to work and do some skills here, they may get a little upset. But again, that's where our talking, our touching and rubbing and soothing them calms it down. We begin our skills by having the child jump into the pool and go back to the walls. For that action, we'll get them used to holding on to the gutter so that the child will hold on unassisted. The more you put your knee under their butt or hold on to their elbows, the more the child has no need really to hold on and won't. So you start letting go, but still where you can quickly go in and get the child's elbows the easiest, they start to let go.
All the kids in Florida have
Push
studies.
that arm back onto the wall.
It's a nice
Get them used to that. We
It's
want the child
expensive to
jumping
go to
into the
pool.
pool, coming back to the wall, as opposed to swimming out to a parent or a sibling or aunt, uncle, whatever.
It's just a tape box.
The child is just swimming out.
Sorry.
They will most likely, if they were to fall into the pool when no one is there, swim out looking for that person that they are always used to swimming to. And obviously we have an opportunity for a very tragic accident. The child is used to always jumping in our arms outside of their arms, not underneath like this or something. Some people wrap their arms around rebels, configurations. And when they go to let go, they can't. The child has them, or they're just tangled up. So if your arms are outside, you're not using any real pressure. You do not want to lift the child up and out. When you lift, do the stand-up
Stop my
jump.
head. Say that. So when we have the kid when the kid jumps off.
When we do stand-up jumps,
It's
a
good.
lot of
They
people
jump far
just
enough.
instinctively set the child up and they're looking at the child's face because that's what we really like to do. We like to look at one another's eyes, and there's that great communication there. However, what we really want to be doing is looking at their feet, at their toes. As we set them up there,
Good.
they're trying to gain their balance, and since you're holding them, they instinctively tend to lean back a little bit. watch that their toes are coming up just a little bit. Well, if you're standing up here on the coping and they take a half a step back, they're obviously going to fall, landing on their butt perhaps, and surprising them, maybe scaring them, which now we go backwards a few steps.
These kids are about 12 months old to about 21 months old. And our redhead over here, Amelia, she's about 27 months old. And just to make things real clear for y'all, we just passed these out, and I have our teaching tips here. These are just ideals. We do teach classes 4 times a week, 2 times a week, and once a week. And at least initially, we feel it 4 times a week for the first month or so. It's just so much easier on the kids, moms, the teacher, and everybody. But after a while, these kids are all coming twice a week now, and maybe in the winter even once a week now that they're swimming well. But we just wanted to show you our teaching format again. We do, on the back of this page, I just call it a sample lesson plan. We vary a lot, but mainly because of our videos, and we have a lot of people in our hotel that come from all over the world. We teach a lot of the hotel people. I had to give them a framework to work within. So this is a great framework. We do follow it loosely and everything.
Let's just go back and forth while I set up the class. These are, we got these at the pet store for our dog Patch. And these are great toys.
Yeah, pet store.
Patch has never used
They got those toys at the pet store.
They're just going to go back and forth. We're going to go warm up, just like a
That's
swim team
perfect.
practice. This is a warm up.
And they're probably real strong. You know, that's all.
Look at the fun ones, you know, like you have, you know, Dalmatians. It's just wonderful. Oh my gosh, they're really neat.
Yeah, that's just no, right, just hit the ball. All right, let's put all the kids over here now. And if we have bright children, we use puppets. So you get these Jan Elmler, Roy Reynolds, or
Probably love it.
we use puppets all the time. Let's have all the kids over here now. And do we need the balls?
Hey, Mark, you know, we maybe need to know this for our mommy needs. This we need to know because we're doing our mommy needs. It'll just make us look more humanely off the boat.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is
It'll be interesting to see who chooses who.
let's have all the kids over here. First thing we do is everybody's against the wall. We give all the kids a ring. And my wife is recycling roses at
I know
plant.
how many times
We
we
recycle all
talk
kinds of
to
stuff.
the
I didn't know we had that. We recycle all kinds of stuff. What we're going to do now is chase the boat. So we'll put the toy. Let's say it's on the toy. We're seeing my wife's doing the toy here. Here we go, you guys. Okay, keep the coat. So we're still warming up the kids. So we're beginning to work their kids. You notice they're starting to kick pretty hard right now. Okay, and then when they put the ring on the boat will choose. There you go. Now I want you guys to go back on your back. You're going to notice a lot of the younger babies will kick better on their back initially, so we go back that way on our back. Alright, you guys, so there. We never put the younger babies all the way on their back unless they're happy. We never force them. That's good, you guys. We'll go one more time on this. Start warm up. Here we go. One more time. Chase coach, you guys. They can also chase me. A lot of times they just chase me. But today we're going to chase the boat. Watch the kicking. You're going to start seeing quite a bit of kicking. And we really feel that the legs, I've been doing underwater videos now for 6 years. And the arms are great, but I really feel that they are kick dominant until they're in their twos. So I never encourage the arms until they're about 2.5. And then once they start coming up for a breath, then we go all out for the arms. But if you start the arms too soon, their kick falls apart usually. Okay, here we go, you guys. We're going to do one burst of people on the bus. Okay, you ready? People on the bus. Go up and down. Up and down. People on the bus. Go up and down. Let them see their faces too. Just watch how happy they are. People on the bus. Go up and down. So it's a good way to start class. Now we're going to go. Okay, that's great, you guys. And we're abbreviating this. Now this is the core of our whole program right here. It's endurance training, it's interval training, but they don't even know they're doing it. Okay, go get the balls, kids. Get the balls. And they're going to get the balls, get a ball. They have a variety of balls, tennis balls, you name it, they're in there. They bring the balls over to Barney or the Sucket. At our swim school, we have trucks, dump trucks, buses. We have everything, boys, girls, all different ages. But watch how hard they start kicking. When the kids are first learning, I will just come up like this and pass them on top. We don't put them underwater for at least 4 days. And we just pass them like that when they're first learning. Now on the 4th day, if they're melting in my hands and they're happy, then we'll do the dip. And then if they're relaxed, they learn the dip in about 2 dips, they've got the breath control. Okay, now, once these kids are already through water adjustment, that only takes 16 lessons. So here goes Amelia, we're just going to swim them off. 2, 3. Being a swim coach, I cannot stand to have people sitting around doing nothing. So they are getting a 30-minute lesson. They are going 30 minutes, not just sitting there waiting for their turn. I even have the parents in the water in my older kids' classes because I can't stand to have kids sitting on the steps doing nothing. So in all of our classes, the kids are constantly swimming, they're getting rest, they're having a class, and I'm training the parents at the same time. Okay, then normally there'll be 2 teachers here, and here comes Sherry, my wife Kathy, one of our head teachers. They will get 1 swim every lap with us. In the meantime, they're working on their kick. And here's Alex, he's 14 months old. He's from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Here goes Alex. And we'll start teaching the breathing. I try to hold off on teaching breathing until 2.5. No, Hannah's starting to come up for a breath now. We have a whole curriculum for that. So what I'll do with Hannah is, to get the breath, we're teaching all different levels here in the same class, 2, 3, right here. I just hold her knees, let her pump on up like a wheelbarrow. Then I lift up, she goes down, like
That's
that.
what I used to do.
There she goes.
When I did breath breathing.
We have about 10 different drills for learning the breath. That's the simplest one. Okay, here goes Kaylee. She's been swimming with us for it's her 2nd session with us. And we've been working on her lung capacity and just great breath holding. Kaylee and Hannah can easily, these 3 can easily fall and get back to the side. That's almost an insult to those guys now. Okay, and then so we just keep working on the endurance over and over. And then we'll do 1 more lap, and now we're going to move on to the next portion of our class. So what do we think about it? Okay, let's do 1 more trip to the pool, you guys. Then I'll set you guys up. Okay, let's see, we'll put you right here. We're going to put the basketball hoop up right here. And then you might want to, you know what, you might want to take the pool out and say they probably will barrel the ball there. Okay, now, right now what we do next to the class, in the typical class, the kids would sing a song. We have a bunch of songs, but just to keep it simple, we do Happy and You Know It. And that's a great song, everybody knows that. And then what we do now, though, I haven't swum to the hoop, but they're swimming to something, they get a reward afterwards. And we slowly, over the weeks, build up their breath-holding ability. And I'm always counting, the moms always know how long their child can hold their breath. Okay, here we go. You're going to hold this right here. So they're going to swim through the hoop, then they'll go a little out of the way, so next time you come, they'll shoot the basket and get line again. Okay, so here we go. And we'll put all the kids over on my right-hand side. If I'm right-handed, and I just load them up, and I shoot them through the cannon. Then if you want to move just a teeny bit closer. Okay, here we go. And now, okay, Kaylee's 20 months old. She's an animal. So, we're working on our kicking and our endurance right now. And I want to show you how I send off the kids. I know I see a lot of the little baby videos. It's the swim coach in me. I can't stand it. I really want them streamlined in a prone position. We do everything we can to get their head down, kick up until they're ready to learn the breath. Then we go for it. So what I do is we do the typical 1, 2, 3. But now I just push him on the head and I give him a little rub down the leg to keep him up in that position. The longer we can keep him horizontal, the longer we can hold his breath. It takes most babies when they fall in 7 seconds to get back. Pretty easy. And here comes Alex. 1, 2, 3. And we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now Billy likes the flipper. Keep them on, we put socks on, or we'll put on the swim shoes. These are the beam up flippers. They're fabulous. They're real flexible. These 2 guys are best friends, and she has the toy. Here she goes. And then you can see how the flippers help to get that fluid motion in there. I also use flippers with the older kids. Like they're doing this, I give them right back. We just don't fight them. Okay? She wanted the toy. You can go, you can get in line now. Once you get in line again. Okay. But she wanted the toy, now she get right back in line again. Let's get Hannah right back here.
Just over there.
She wants the toy, so she gets the toy.
He got what he was. He
Okay,
home.
so we're going to go. Let's throw the toy over here. Let's give her the toy, or a toy. And now she's happy. So instead of saying, why are you crying? Why are you crying? We find out what they want, and we make them swim for it. So we don't fight them, we flow with them. We're not spoilers, we're just guiding them. Okay, here we go, Derek. Here we go. Derek's 12 months old.
Come on. Look it out.
These kids do love coming to class. We want
We
them
won't
to
make
beg
you teach them
to
on
come to
the
swim
class.
school. We don't want them crying when they get in the car. If they cry when they get in the car, something's wrong. So we want them to be swimmers their whole life. Love this sport.
You know, this is all getting recorded.
So at least we know what Bridget likes and doesn't like.
Okay, we have 2 minutes. So at this point, we do another song. And then we do more work at this point. We jump off. With the new kids, we just swim to the wall and jump off. As they advance, we do what Tom was doing. Jump off and go back. And then
Oh, yeah, listen to more of that
kids on the
test that
duck.
was over.
Watch this. The younger
I wanna
ones
listen to
will
more
swim
of that.
off and go as far as
That
they can. The older ones,
He was
20
good.
months old, the 2.5-year-old will jump in and come back to the duck.
What's
A
happening
lot of the
with you?
beginners are afraid of the wall. They're intimidated by it, but they all love the duck. So we're going to jump. We're going to sing a song, and on 3, we're going to jump in. These guys hopefully will come back. These guys will swim straight out. So here we go.
I'm thirsty. Is there... First one.
1, 2, 3. We're going to jump in, and we got him. There goes Candy back to the duck. Good. Here comes Hannah. And
That's cute.
Hannah's just working them up for her breath. She's
I knew what.
swim back here.
What to
We
do
want to
with
reach
this
and
stupid duck.
grab. Reach and grab. Okay, and then we'll do it one more time. And then at the end of class, we walk across the duck and dive in. But I want you to see this again. Here we go. Round and round and round we go. Round and round and round we go. Riding on the duck. 1, 2, 3. Now jump in. Okay, Kelly's jumping in, turning around, and there he's back. Okay, good job. Good job. Okay, we'll ring around the roses now. We would walk across the duck, they dive in and swim them off. We have 10 seconds, so we're going to ring around the roses. Here we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. We hold hands every day, and then
See, I never want kids to have hands, even for ringing around the roses. I tell them to hold a ring in between,
hang out and have fun.
right? But never hold hands, because you never touch each other. Not even for ringing around the roses. Okay, the other way to
Here we
go.
go, here we go. Yeah, last time.
Oh, I like that.
Positive. More good stuff in the line.
That's cute.
I'd like to fill out your